All right, welcome back to the Twist Takes podcast, episode 22. We are continuing on with the NBA and NHL playoffs. The Cats tied up the series, meow. The T-Wolves did not get swept, woof. And the MLB is still the MLB. Dante, how's it going?
Well, Pacers got swept, and my apartment's almost
No.
cleared out.
It's like a
So
sad race car sound.
sad race car sound. Yeah, yeah. The beautiful week of Indianapolis ended up with the Indy 500 was like delayed or something. The Indiana Fever still suck, and the Pacers got swept. So Indianapolis is not thriving. Yeah, I mean that's really it. The Rays got almost no hit by the A's, so that one also hurts. And yeah, that's that on top of moving. I'm on the verge of just jumping out the window into
You got a
oncoming
nice, you,
traffic.
get, you got a nice glow to you, though. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's this lighting, but
It's probably I'm in a different spot today because my shit's all packed. So
handsome boy.
Michael, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm all right. Royals are kind of on a skid right now. Cats tied up the series. Still feel like this series should be at least 3-1 Cats, if not.
meow.
But yeah, no. So feeling pretty good. Other than that, not much in the Dolphins. Not much with obviously the Magic. But yeah.
And Payne, how you doing?
Well, my sports teams suck. Well, I mean, I say teams, like literally only one team is playing right now, but they do suck. The Angels suck.
Hey, they beat Nasty Nestor.
They did beat Nasty Nestor, but they didn't beat Nestor. It was just Taylor Ward being clutch, which if he's not a perfect trade candidate right now, then I don't know who is.
Yeah,
But
he is.
what I was foreshadowing on the last podcast for all of our probably 3 loyal listeners, that I couldn't talk about, it's because I got engaged this weekend. So
Let's go.
yeah,
Big man.
Congrats, Payne.
thank you.
Yes, we're all very
and that kind of
we're all very
leads me
happy.
into the first thing that I want to talk about, guys being horny. So I don't know if you all saw this. Hours, and I mean hours after winning the Eastern Conference Finals. So there's this Twitter account that will like update on interesting NBA players and what Twitter accounts they follow. So directly after the Eastern Conference Finals, Drew Holiday followed a porn account on Twitter.
Good for him.
He's like, you know what? I won the 4 games.
How bad are we how bad are we gonna make this on Ryan for wasting our time by bringing this up? How bad are we gonna cook him today?
I really thought that's. I love
really
having
thought
Twitter
we were going to
accounts.
go into like the Will Levis segment, but
Oh,
I mean, is that actually what we're leading off the podcast with today? That's what we
well,
thought
it
about
has a
for
great.
the
It had a
first
great
topic.
segue. It was
Speaking
set
of
up so
horny
well.
guy, Peyton, congrats
how
on your
does getting
engagement.
engaged mean
Speaking
I'm
of horny men,
how does me getting engaged mean I'm horny?
Yeah, that's the
You must
first
never be horny because you haven't had a girlfriend in like 2 years.
All right, let's ask the real question. Uh, so, so Michael, me, Dante, and Payne, have had this debate. We had it yesterday. Me and Dante had it a few days ago. You're starting a team right now as they are. Would you take Jason Tatum or Kyrie Irving?
what?
Michael and
Jason-
Ryan and I agree. Dante disagrees.
The only answer is Jason Tatum.
Oh no!
No, Ryan.
Finally.
They're twins, so neither of them know ball. I mean,
I just don't get it. I
What?
don't get it. The
What?
best player on a 65-win team.
oh, he's the best player.
Now
Oh,
we're being
he's
the best
better.
player?
They're going to take
But
a
he didn't
win
sentimental
MVP.
point guard over.
Who,
But he didn't
who won
win
Eastern
MVP.
Conference Finals MVP?
Surely this is bait.
Surely not the guy with only one arm won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
So if you show me one picture where Jaylen Brown only has one arm, I'll give you a not Photoshop picture. I'll give you $1,000.
What? I mean, are we acting like Kyrie Irving's going to win the West MVP?
No, but then I think that speaks to. I mean, Luka.
Yeah, but
He's with
Luka
a
is
team
way
with
better
Luka.
than Jaylen Brown.
I mean, we're acting like Jason Tatum averaged like 12 points a game in the series, and the only reason Brown won it is because he hit the two biggest shots.
Okay, and who hit the biggest shot of the biggest finals comeback in NBA history?
Kyrie from 9 years ago, not the one.
Yeah,
today.
I mean, if we were talking about Kyrie at the same age as Tatum, I mean, maybe we'd be having a different conversation. But I mean,
No.
Exactly what I said.
It absolutely would not even be a conversation at that point.
It would not be a conversation, but we're talking about this Kyrie versus this Jason Tatum, and I just don't think that's a debate either.
I just got okay. Just to back it up, I'm just going to compare stats because I honestly don't know what their stats are like.
he's had an extremely mid-career since he left Cleveland.
That's also not true. He averaged like 25 this year, but he only played like 50 games.
He did not average 25 this year. No
Yes,
way.
Michael, I looked it up right before the podcast. Yeah, he did.
He averaged 25.6, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists.
It's more than I would have thought. But okay, so
He's
what
a
about
solid
Tatum?
player. I'm just not taking him over Jason Tatum right now.
Okay, so remember these stats. One of them had the ball the entire game. The other one has Luka Doncic as their point guard. Jason Tatum scored 26 points a game with 8 rebounds and 4 assists.
Hold on, wait a minute. We're adding decimal points for Irving, but we're not for Tatum. So why don't you try rounding up?
I mean, if you're going to round up, both of them go up a point.
Yeah, well, he's 26.9. I just feel like leaving out the 0.9 is very.
So Tatum averaged 27 points and Kyrie averaged 26.
I mean, the most impressive part about this is that Jason Tatum's 19 years old.
One of them did that with the ball in their hands the entire game. The other has Luka Doncic on their team.
I'm sorry. When did Jason Tatum become a point guard?
Oh, who dribbles the ball more than him on that team?
I mean, I think it's probably a pretty.
He
even.
also averaged almost 5 assists, 4.9 assists. He had the ball a lot.
Right, but you're also
okay.
not
factoring... all right. So yeah, so Jason Tatum averaged as many assists as Kyrie Irving. Okay,
yeah,
that's
all I needed to hear.
Okay, yes, but there's multiple arguments to be made. Yeah, he's not the primary ball handler, but he's also not taking the primary defender because he's on Luka. 1, 2, Luka is a much better passer than anyone on the Celtics. Number 2, I mean. I feel like those are things to be considered. If you're going to mention, Luka's the primary ball handler, and he still has those points. I feel like you kind of have to.
Jason Tatum has still not won a big playoff series in his career.
He has not won a big. So the only big playoff series is the finals.
No, but I mean, what was his playoffs this year? A cakewalk?
They still won.
Oh. Praise Jesus. He had the easiest route to the finals ever, and he won games.
Jason Tatum.
I mean
100% Jason Tatum. Game over. Put it anywhere.
They won the games.
Throw that question anywhere. Let's throw it on the Instagram.
We did. We threw it yesterday at Top Golf, and it was 3-2 in favor of Kyrie.
Dude,
Irving.
I'm sorry. Eli was 100% just doing it to troll Pat. He was not being serious.
And Pat's only doing it because he has his best friend plays for the fucking Celtics.
I'm gonna put it on my Instagram story, and I'm gonna do a poll tonight. And I'll get back to you.
I'll do it. Michael, I'll do it on my card account. I'll do it on my card account.
That's fair. You'll get a much more knowing audience.
Well, not knowing, but they watch more sports probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that Kyrie's not a good player. It's just that at this point in his career, he's just not as good as Jason Tatum. Also, we're acting like Kyrie never has the ball in his hands. Like, I know Luka's gonna take it most of the time. But Kyrie is regarded as one of the greatest ball handlers of all time. It's not like they just don't let him dribble the ball.
It's just
I-
in any given game, especially in the playoffs, I would trust Kyrie on my team more than
Yes.
Tatum
If
right
you
now.
need somebody to take over a ball game, I'm still taking Kyrie.
Well, the
Like, if you
beauty
told
of
me-
this
if you told me,
conversation is in about maybe a week, we'll find out.
If you told me I'm missing one player on the Mavericks and I'm missing one player on the Celtics, and it's Kyrie and Tatum, and I choose one of them, I'll take Kyrie both times. In
It's
both
just
those
goofy as
scenarios.
shit,
Yeah,
dude.
no, but
That's just goofy as shit. Kyrie didn't do shit with the Celtics. That should tell you all you need to know. He was
really,
literally on
let
the
me
Celtics.
let me look at his stats with the Celtics.
All right, we don't need to get this deep into it.
Well,
It's not that deep.
we do because I want to let Peyton get into the stats, and then I'm gonna refer back to how he keeps talking about how Tatum never won a big playoff series, and that's his main reasoning.
his
And
2
what exactly
years-
did Kyrie win with
His
Boston?
2 years with Boston, full seasons. His first year, he averaged 25, 3 and 5. His second year, 24, 5 and 7. Those
Garbage
same years,
compared to Tatum.
How
yes,
many games
same
played?
years.
'Cause I feel like Kyrie's always injured too.
Yes, he is. Those same years, Tatum averaged the first year 15, 6 and 2.
That was his rookie year.
That was his second year. And his third year, he averaged 23, 7 and 3. So Kyrie was better than him statistically both seasons.
Congrats, 29-year-old Kyrie was better than 19-year-old Jason Tatum. Let's give
How
him
many
a big
years
round of
younger is
applause.
Tatum than Kyrie?
What?
How many years younger is Tatum than Kyrie? Like 6 years?
Like
I think it's
12.
more. I think it's 8 or 9.
Kyrie was drafted in 2011. Tatum was drafted in 2016 or 2017. 6
Okay,
years.
so 6 years.
Oh, wow.
That's still, dude, that's a massive difference, dude. I mean, that's a huge difference. Like, we're talking about a guy with 6 years of longevity over Kyrie as well. Like,
Yeah, it's 6.
regardless of if you think Kyrie is better than Tatum right now, which he's not, you have to.
But
You have
Ryan
to factor
phrased
that
it
in.
wrong. Last night he asked if you were having a team right now, who would you have, Kyrie or Tatum?
Well, that's still,
I
yeah,
thought
that's
the question. He phrased it as if you're building a team.
yes,
which
yes.
one you
The
would
way he phrased it today, I would rather have Tatum because he said, "Who would you rather build around?"
oh, okay. Yes, that's what.
If I'm
Okay,
taking
yes. I
somebody
mean,
right
yeah.
now, though, it's Kyrie Irving.
I mean, I think that's definitely more
I
of a
agree
debate,
that's
but
a
I'm still
closer
going Tatum.
conversation, but I still just can't get on board with that.
Was that the only one? I thought you said there was 2 questions, Ryan.
I have another one. And we don't have to overthink it, but I saw it on ESPN. I thought it was a fun thing to talk about. How would you rank the last 5 first overall picks
In what?
in
In
the
order,
NBA?
like 1 to 5.
Yeah, so like Wemby, Paulo,
Wemby
Cade,
won.
and I
Wemby
would,
won.
but that's tough because Wemby's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
young.
but yeah, can you put Wemby over Ant yet?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You would do that one. I put them 1,
I mean,
2.
are you taking what they've done in the NBA or who you would rather have in the long run?
That's the thing. Like it just says if you rank the last 5 picks.
I think it should be based on what they've done. in
Okay,
the
if it's
NBA,
based on that,
personally.
then Ant is pretty easily number
Yeah.
1,
Okay.
in my opinion. And based off of
I
what
would still
they've
say
done,
Wemby's 2 though.
no,
But it's
Yeah,
a
I would
great
still
what
put
they've
Wemby
done,
too.
Paulo has at least made the playoffs.
But you give it
Yeah,
one more
okay.
year, you like
But on that
Okay,
but-
magic,
Ryan,
Yeah, but-
Ryan,
dude,
look at Paolo's team that he has around him. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that it's a bunch of
no,
scrubs,
that's
but
what I'm saying, Michael. I agree.
it's not a bunch of scrubs, but like I don't look at the Spurs roster minus Wemby and the Magic roster minus Paolo and think, wow, there's a huge difference here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I 100% do.
I
Think
mean,
there's a
they
very
have
big
Franz
difference.
and Suggs and Fultz. I mean, dude, I think Keldon Johnson, I think that they have.
They don't have a point guard. They have no point guard on that team. That's my biggest thing with the Spurs is until they get a point guard, they will not win more than like.
Trae Young,
All right, Trae Young might be the exception.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. Oh God, dude. Yeah. If you gave them Donovan Mitchell, that team would be insane.
Apparently, the Lakers are really going to go after Donovan Mitchell and try to keep LeBron too.
Yeah, but I heard that last time though. I heard last time Mitchell was available or for trade that they were like heavily pursuing. I always thought he'd go to the Knicks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think like I don't know.
It's just hard
I
to say,
think-
like, because let's say I don't know, I don't think they will. like say the Spurs go to the playoffs next year, maybe they pick up some free agent, they get better. Are you saying that? Are you still like, let's say both the Magic and the Spurs make the playoffs? Like you're right now, you're just downgrading Wemby because he didn't make it to the playoffs his first year.
Yeah.
I just
Exactly. I
think,
mean,
I just think
neither.
as
If I remember correctly, Peyton, neither did LeBron, right?
I don't know. I was 2.
but okay,
Well,
but also
I mean, you're the world's biggest LeBron fan. I thought you might know.
You weren't glazing at 2 years old.
No, not yet. But I
You
do
already
remember
had-
elementary school having arguments with my gym teacher in like 3rd grade that LeBron James was going to be better than Michael Jordan.
okay, so here would be my list because I
that's
think
such a
that
LeBron quote right there. I knew he'd be good.
right now I would rather have. Oof,
If I would rather have, I'd rather have Wemby, but who's had a better career so far? It's Paulo.
yeah,
They both have
Yeah.
the same award. They both won Rookie of the
Hmm.
Year.
yeah, and
But
I feel like
one won it unanimously, which is a list of like 5 people.
But I feel like, okay, give the Spurs a point guard. Are they going to do, if they
Yes.
do what the Magic did this year, are we just like, what do you think of that season? I would say
And
that
I'm-
that's a success.
Then I'm
I
putting
mean, could we
Paulo
also
at 3.
just say the Western Conference is a lot better than the Eastern
Yes,
Conference?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, hands down, but also they sucked. I mean, like, it's not like they were like one game out of the play-in. I mean, they were actually terrible.
Yeah, I agree, but again, it's hard to win when you have an 18-year-old 7'4" guy with 0 NBA experience handling the ball half
That's
the
fair.
time.
All right, here's my list. Cade or
At 5,
Zion
right?
5. Zion 5.
Okay. Hate it
Zion
one.
5?
I agree.
Zion or Cade? I mean, I feel like they're.
I like Zion
they're
at 5.
4
I like
and 5
Cade
for
more.
sure.
Ryan.
No, Cade 5.
For what they've done in their career, Wemby might even be.
Oh, it's like this is where it's
Zion.
tough. Yeah, like
But because that's the thing though, like Zion hasn't really done anything in his career. I mean, he looked pretty good in the playoffs this year in the games that he wasn't hurt. But like,
Yeah, I mean, just
because
like
of his-
average 30 in the playoffs. Yeah, that's
God, I
really-
forgot the Pelicans were in the playoffs.
right? But
I
because
forgot.
because of his injury history, I mean, how many games has he even played in the league?
It doesn't matter. He's averaging like 26.5 points or something like that.
When he plays, he's the best one of the 5. For
I
right,
definitely-
I'd
I definitely-
right
still
now.
take Ant.
oh no, sorry, I forgot about best one of the 4 aside from him. Because I feel like he shouldn't even be in the conversation.
But like, if I'm
Yeah.
building a team right now, I'm taking Cade over Zion because Zion's always freaking hurt.
I mean,
Cade was
why are
hurt
we
all year,
acting like
too.
Cade Cunningham hasn't had a bunch of injuries too?
He was hurt all year.
Yeah, where is this coming from?
I don't know. Maybe it's just because Zion has happened so many times in a row that it's just more relevant in my mind. But it's a hard question because they haven't even played the same amount of years, you know?
All right, well, let's just say for the future, I'm building my team around a guy. I'm going Wemby 1, Ant 2. Michael, you're not gonna like this. Zion 3, Paolo 4, and Cade 5. Because if Zion can actually stay healthy, he would honestly be number 2.
But you're also just assuming that he's going to stay healthy.
It's who I would rather have on my team list. It's all based on assumptions.
Paolo's 4 years younger, and he hasn't had the same kind of injury history as Zion. In no world am I taking Zion if I'm building a team over Paolo.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just and I've been a Zion hater for a while, but I just actually think he's just like his dominance when he's on the court is like on par with Anthony
And I don't
Edwards
disagree.
right now.
I don't disagree. If I'm starting a franchise, though, I want someone that stays healthy. Like, look at all of the franchise like guys that have historically like been really good. I feel like one thing they have in common is that they're able to stay healthy. You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
all right.
Jordan didn't have
I'll
him.
I'll switch Paolo and Zion at 3 and 4, but I'm not putting him behind Cade. Cade is 5, and it's a pretty steep cliff to Cade.
Yeah, he's way off.
Yeah, he's
I
way
would
off
agree.
my
I think
board.
I'd rather take the risk on Zion than have Cade, I guess.
Because when Zion plays, he's so dominant, bro.
But the Pistons team kind of does suck. I mean,
I mean, I wish to see Cade on another team sometime soon.
I
You know,
loved him in college.
So I actually saw this crazy statistic. You know what team last year had a 3.33% chance at the number one overall pick?
No.
The Dallas Mavericks. How fun would that have been?
If they
God, that
got
would
Not
Wemby,
be
fun.
so filthy.
Luca, Wemby, and Kyrie, yeah, that would.
Then we
yeah,
wouldn't
that
get
would
to
not
watch
be-
Daniel Gafford.
Who?
Derek Lively, you mean?
Hey Ryan,
Oh.
hey Ryan, why don't you tell us your funny Drew Holiday story again?
My last segment for NBA. Payne, JJ Redick's a favorite to be the Lakers coach.
He's a smart guy, but I would rather take somebody who's at least. I mean, I don't know. Darvin Ham was like the most sought after assistant coach in the year we hired him, and we saw what he did. He stood there with his hands in his fucking pockets all game. So, fuck it, give me JJ Redick then, I guess.
And also, so Bronny is in the draft now. Like, is that what he confirmed today, that he's not going back to college, or can he still go back to college?
He has until midnight to decide.
But he's only working out with the Lakers and the Suns.
The Suns, he's staying. He's staying in the draft.
I'd have to imagine he stays in the draft.
And apparently the Suns are legitimately thinking about taking him at 22. I mean,
I mean, I saw an article that he was going to go
draft,
number one.
In a weak draft, you can't tell me that you wouldn't rather have him and the chance at LeBron James at 22 over.
Yeah, I don't think 22 is a reach.
Some shitter.
Yeah,
It's a reach for him as a player. I mean, if you want to factor in all the other things.
Also, is that going to be the Suns' only draft pick in the next 6 years?
And this class sucks.
yeah, the class is terrible, and a bunch of people went back to college too. It's gonna get even worse.
Yeah.
like
John
Walter
Because of
Clayton.
NIL stuff now.
Walter
John L.
Clayton, I
Davis.
heard. Yeah, John L. Davis. I'm shocked. I honestly thought he would have been drafted. He might have been a late first. Walter Clayton was starting to gain some traction as like a late first, early second, and he said, "No, I'm going back to Florida." I mean, yeah, this draft just keeps getting weaker. Every time I see a John Rothstein tweet, it just reminds me of how weak this draft's going to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty piss poor.
I agree. I don't know why people aren't staying in these mediocre college guys. Guys,
Yeah.
this is probably your best chance of getting drafted.
Absolutely.
Well, that probably wraps up our NBA. T-Wolves in 7. I hate the odds on it though. They only have it like plus 425.
I was gonna say last thing before
Really?
we transition. If there's one team against one team that I think could actually pull off a reverse sweep, it would be the Timberwolves against.
I'd
this
also
Mavericks.
like to see. I want to look up how many times has the favorite, like the team with home court advantage, been down 3-0. Because like I know they keep showing the stat where like only 15 teams have ever brought it to game 6 ever. But like how many of those teams were the home court in game 5 and then also game 7?
We'll see. I mean, I just think the T-Wolves, I mean, no pun intended, but have that dog in them. Like they just have that edge, and I think
They've been playing like
have
mess.
They
negative
beat
depth.
the Mavericks without the Mavericks starting center last night. Whoop-de-doo. What are we really glazing about right now?
I mean, okay, but the Mavericks starting center versus their second string center is not like a massive jump.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, they only won by 3. It's not like they dominated them regardless. But I also don't think them being out their starting center is gonna kill them in a one game. Maybe if he's out for the remainder of the 4 games, fatigue might start to catch up. But for one game, yeah, I'm not really seeing the effect.
This is also the first game they switched up their defense. Ant needed a little reality check because he kept guarding up on Kyrie, but then they switched him over to Luka and put Jaden McDaniels on Irving and kind of fixed some things on the defensive end.
Jaden McDaniels. Yeah,
Dude, that Luka 3. Did you
6.
see the Luka 3?
Oh, dude! Oh my God, that was
my
insane.
dude. This guy can't miss.
He's
And
quite
then he
good.
missed the free throw.
Also, I think Cat's trying to be zesty on the court. I mean, every time now the camera's on him, he's up to something.
He's always up to something.
All right, let's move on to NHL. Meow It's
Bye,
2-2.
Peyton.
2-2.
I was getting scared there for a second when they were ripping 40 shots on Igor and they weren't winning. It did, like you said in our group chat, Michael. It screamed a game where the Rangers were going to sneak away again.
Yep, it was like even on the power play, I was like, here it is. They're not going to give him the penalty shot, and then they're going to score like some shorthanded goal. It's going to be Chris Kreider's only shot of the game. Like it really felt like that, but they pulled it out, and I think, I mean, damn, dude, if they keep playing like this, it's hard to see a world where the Rangers beat them in 2 more games if it's this lopsided all the time.
I think they had maybe 8 to 10 shots in the last 2 periods. Like,
yeah. I mean, they said it whenever Lafreniere scored his goal. I don't think the Rangers had a single shot on net from that point on.
Wow.
Or no, they didn't have one until the last second because I remember thinking like, oh my god, they have all this zone time and then they're gonna fuck it.
Well, I mean, they had chances. Like Zibanejad had that absolute rocket that went like 3 feet wide or something like that. With, like,
and
2
he
minutes
almost
left.
took the lead on. He almost took the lead on that power play that they had. Where I have no idea how they didn't score. And he hit the crossbar on a wide open net.
Oh yeah, no, it hit Bob's shoulder.
Oh, did it hit his shoulder?
Did you see the replay? Yeah, it hit his shoulder.
Okay, I mean, can we talk about how much of a fraud their first line is?
Yeah,
the fact that
I'm not gonna touch that one,
dude. But the fact that Bobrovsky has more points in this series than Mika Zibanejad and Chris Kreider combined.
Is Chris Kreider on the first line?
Yes.
No, I don't.
It's I think it's Mika Kreider, and they said they switched it up. I think Taco's now on them, or it's either
Yes, it is
Lafreniere or
Kako
Taco.
now. It is Kako now.
Over Panarin.
Well, it was Panarin, but it wasn't working, so I think they tried switching it up.
They took Panarin off the first. All right, yeah, they must be trying to lose this series.
You know, Panarin hasn't scored a goal this whole series.
I mean, you just said neither did Mika. Or I mean, the whole line's not doing good.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like they needed to do something.
I got Cats in 6. They're gonna take.
Yeah, I can't believe that that's the favorite perfect score is Cats in 6.
Cats in 6, Stars in 6, and then I'm gonna get the finals right.
Nah, go Oilers. I got the Oilers winning tonight.
All right, goofball.
Also, shout out ESPN for jinxing the game. So they posted, I don't know if it was before the game or right when it went to overtime. They posted the video of Blake Wheeler celebrating like on the glass with the Rangers after they won last game. And then ironically, he gets the penalty for the Panthers to win.
Yeah, I did think it was funny that Michael sent the text. Like, yeah, I don't know if it was with us or with me and with the two of us and our dad, but he said something about like, I bet Blake Wheeler scores a goal here or something like that.
Yeah,
and then he ended up taking
someone on like the Spit and Chicklets Instagram on the post that was like, "Who's going to be the overtime hero?" The top comment was Blake Wheeler, and I was like, to be fair, he was the overtime hero for the Cats. I mean,
and then the last thing I have, I gotta find it again. So Czech Republic won the IIHF, and the Wild prospect David Spacek. So when they went to meet with their country's prime minister, he was the only one not in the same suit as everyone because he said he spilled too much champagne on himself the night before.
Nice.
And ruined his suit.
I mean, I saw Pasternak was just absolutely raging
That's the only
Czech.
championship he'll ever get.
I was about to say he's gotta live it some way because he's not even on the team, was he?
He joined.
I don't think
he joined them after Boston got eliminated.
Oh, that was part of the plan.
Because the headline was David Pasternak, Czech Republic win gold.
And was Gudis isn't. I thought I saw a guy that looked like Rocco Gudis in the photo.
He's Danish, right?
Yeah, that's why I saw someone that looked like him.
No, he's Czech.
Okay, then it was him.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah, that's Gudis.
Yeah, he's Czech.
I don't know why I thought he was Danish. Fuck. Um.
American Canada sucks. Just to not get a medal.
Well,
is just-
because they don't care about this tournament.
yeah.
They don't care because they don't have. They're like we don't have full rosters, so
Yeah.
most of our guys are in the playoffs or whatever.
And and it's always because it was in Europe again, right? Like guys are going home, might as well.
Yeah, was it? I don't. I don't.
I
I
think
don't
it
really
was.
pay too much attention to it.
It was
either.
in Europe. It was in Europe.
Like if you finish your season in NHL, why are you going to go away for another 2-3 weeks? You're gonna hang
Or
out.
go home to your family.
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind. Forgot what I was gonna say. Forget that.
And last thing I want to touch on is Jason Robertson with Rupe Hintz. I think is I just think they're two guys that just make each other so much better.
I know. I did see that. You probably
stars.
saw the same stat as well. I saw something where like he gets like in the games with him, he's like +3 or whatever, like just significantly better on ice.
Yeah, they're both like above average players without each other, and they're both like elite players with each other.
Well, also you have to think like when Rope Hintz isn't there, who is Robertson with?
Wyatt
Pavelski?
Johnson. Wyatt Johnson
okay.
was the
They
first
move
line
him up.
center.
Okay, I wanted
Yeah.
that. I don't hate that.
I mean, I do. He's just kind of inexperienced. Hintz at least had like he was on that first the team
Yeah.
that lost in the cup. I don't know.
Also, we think
His
of
team's
Wyatt
just
Johnson
so
right
deep,
now.
man.
He's a sniper. Like I feel like Rope Hintz really he more sets Robertson up, and they like you said they feed each other well.
They do. They play so well together, and that I mean the stars they're super deep, but their chemistry is just like on a different planet.
Yeah.
It's insane.
All right. Well, we can wrap up hockey there. Anything for the MLB?
It's chugging along.
Yeah, I mean,
Marathon
geez,
out of the
my
break.
team is horrible, man. I can't even stand watching them anymore. So I'm gonna avoid talking about them today.
This is just a side comment because I couldn't answer this question because I don't know ball. My students were just talking about Livy Dunn, then it led to Paul Skeens. Is he the number one prospect in baseball?
Yes.
Well, he wasn't, but yeah, he should be, honestly.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
he,
I saw he went over. He hit his over
now
again
the
today.
unofficial. He's now the official number one prospect.
Did Holiday and I know Churio graduated. Did Holiday graduate?
Holiday dropped down behind Skeens.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, he is number one now. Then.
I think there's definitely something there though with him. Like I feel like they're not letting him pitch a lot. I mean, I know it's because he has so much arm power that they might be scared that he's going to hurt himself. But
yeah, they're just babying him. I think. I think shout out to Foolish Baseball for this little stat, but I believe
we should
Mikhail
never
Garcia.
shout out that guy for anything. He's a bum.
I mean, I don't know him personally, but
breaking news. Alabama. I don't know if you already said this because it just came out 2 minutes ago, and everyone's tweeting about it. Alabama Mark Sears withdraws from the NBA draft.
No, but that's interesting because he wasn't projected to come back on ESPN.
So he's going back to Alabama.
Wow. Yeah, the draft gets more mid. Yeah, I saw that. Wait, why did Michael just leave?
Dude, he had to go. We'll edit this out. He texted. That's why we started early.
Oh, okay. Well, then this isn't as fun without him in here anymore. That Mikhail Garcia is on pace for 5 WAR. And I just think that's insane because he's the Royals guy. I've been waiting all day for that one.
And I'm trying to find it. They just said that it's like raining cotton at the Twins Royals game.
Oh,
that's just what popped up on my thing, and I can't find it now. Like no one's. It was a video on ESPN, and I can't find it.
Oh, and then yeah, I guess we could touch up on our bet. Cleveland just went on a 9-game winning streak. The Twins had a 7-game losing streak.
Yeah,
never had a shot.
Guardians got gifted an easy July schedule. or June or May schedule.
If beating the Angels was that easy, the Yankees would have done it last night.
Well, I mean, you really should have looked at the schedules then before you made a $20 even odds bet on a thing that the Twins were like plus 2,000 for.
Whatever.
Not
It's
to
fine.
mention, we also told him, don't make this bet. It is a terrible bet.
Yes. If
Hey,
anyone
let's do it again.
thought we're just
I'll
stealing
run-
money from our
hey,
friends, we
double
told
or
them not
nothing.
to.
Double or nothing.
In July,
I still
Deal.
like my you probably forget about it, Dante, but we texted in our group chat that 2 AL Central teams are going to make the wild card. And that will still hold true.
yeah, you still think, no, not happening, buddy.
You guys have a bet on that?
Yeah,
I think we
I
said
thought it
something,
was-
but I forget. It's
thought it
more
was
that's
also
more for
20
morals to prove that I know more baseball than Dante.
That's not happening, dude.
The Twins are not getting a wild card. Either the Twins are not getting a wild card or the Royals will fall off at some point.
Yes, I need
What?
to cash out that bet for the Royals. Go ahead, Ryan. I know you fucking
Oh.
had.
Bang.
I do. It's offering me like a $52 cash out on a $20. Like I should just.
Take that. They're 3.5 back now. The Guardians keep looking like they're a really. I mean, Josh Naylor, man. I mean, my God, that guy is so good. That guy is insane.
So who do you like the most to jump up there then, Dante?
I mean, the Astros or Rangers or I think you're gonna get one from each division. I think it's obviously whoever doesn't win out of the Orioles Yankees is gonna get one.
Yes.
I think one of Kansas City and Minnesota will get one of them. And then I mean, I just think you can't count out Texas and Houston. I think Houston's been a top 10 team in baseball over the last couple weeks. I mean, the AL is weak this year. The threshold for a wild card might be 85 games, maybe even a little lower.
Houston was bound to turn it around.
Yeah, I just don't see any way the 2 AL Central teams are gonna beat out both Texas and Houston. By
And then
the
you're
end of
just
the
saying
year.
do you think the Tigers have a chance?
No.
No.
I mean, they're closer to a wild card spot than Texas or Houston.
Yeah, for right now.
I mean, let's be honest with ourselves.
We're barely a third of the way through the season.
Yeah, this is it's not like football where a team goes on a hot streak and it's suddenly their playoff chances jump from 5 to 50%.
Which team employs Javier Baez? Okay.
And which team employs Kyle Tucker and Corey Seager
And Yordan Alvarez.
and Marcus Semien?
And Jacob deGrom.
Yeah, and both teams are getting insane starting pitcher reinforcements within the next couple months.
That Alex Lange goes brr.
Hey,
All I know is, Ryan, is your favorite team in a wild card spot right now?
Yes. Yes, they are. Michael, is your
look.
favorite team?
They
in a wild
are.
card?
They are. Yes, they are. You
I
too?
mean this is just so cute right now.
Michael,
This
do you
is
have one
so
of your
cute.
favorite teams in a conference final right now?
I do.
Oh.
Actually. Do you? I thought your favorite team was the Raptors, though. So you're a fake fan. You don't.
No,
count.
it's actually the Knicks.
I mean, yeah, seriously, can you just pick a team in each sport, man? I mean,
Yeah.
sorry,
it's
at this
sorry,
rate,
it's the Kings. It's the
congratulations,
Kings.
Ryan. You have all the championship teams because you can't pick one.
Is it really the Kings?
When did the Bills win a championship? I thought they lost 4 in a row.
They did.
No, I'm just saying because he switches his damn team up all the time.
Oh,
I guess
I-
except football.
I was just
Wait,
making
wait, wait.
Hey, we're in a
Hey, good
world,
point, Peyton.
Dante, we're in a world where I can wake up and any day I can feel how I want to feel. Today, I feel like a Timberwolves fan.
I mean, that's fine and dandy. I just have zero respect for you and hope that you like drive off a bridge one day.
The fact
Right.
that you can feel like you can wake up any day and just kind of choose whatever you want sounds a lot like a Timberwolves fan.
Sounds a lot like the common Minneapolis resident.
If they don't bring back,
Yeah.
if they don't bring back the
Minnesotan.
We Heart Wolves shirts for Game 5, call it a done series.
Ryan, could you just be a furry already? I mean, I feel like we've been building up to this
You know
for
what'd
like
be,
quite
you
a
know
few
what'd go
months.
crazy right now? You know what would make it so like destiny for them to come back if T-Wolves Brazil was unbanned. Imagine it came out of the shadows. I like reach out
Oh.
to Elon Musk. Be like, hey man.
Well, is he the one that
What
banned them?
Well,
Timberwolves
I mean they're
Brazil
banned on
reminds
Twitter.
me. It reminds me of our very first podcast. We had like a 20-minute segment of just T-Wolves Brazil.
That wasn't our first one because I was already living here.
No,
No, it
no, it
was. No,
was.
we were all
No, it was
together.
because we were all on the we were all in my
Yeah,
apartment.
we were showing you the tweets.
Good,
We were
the
all
good
in
old
this very
days.
room.
Bring back T-Wolves Brazil, and they'll win the whole damn thing. That would be a mortal lock if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
You know how much fun they would have had with the Anthony Edwards like humping the air video?
You know how much fun they'd have with Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah. I think the
All
other
right. Anything?
would have more fun with that though. They would just be making fun of him.
No, that's true.
Anything else for the good of the order? Any mortal locks? Any
Nick Taylor to be the best Canadian.
I like it.
Yeah. I like Dante. So
Plus
I was
50, by the way.
telling Michael about it. So for this RBC Canadian Open, Rory is like a heavy favorite. If you look at first round leaders, the second closest guy is plus 3,000. You can take the next 30 guys. Plus, if you just want to try a
Yeah,
little,
and at
a little
worst
bit
you'd
more,
break even.
if you do the next 40, only the first 4 are plus 3,000. After that, they're 4,000 or more.
Dude,
You're
that's
basically
actually
getting half the field to just come first in the first round, and
Well, I feel
lose
like I'd
100. Let's
rather
say
just take the 30 than do the 40 because 30 you
Yeah, I
win
would just
if it's anyone but Rory and it's not someone that's just like
Yeah, and you just hope it's not one of the next
the
three.
last 10. Yeah.
yeah. I
and
agree.
even
Oh,
if it is
I
one of
have
the
a,
next
I have
three,
a
Peyton,
mortal
you break
lock.
even.
No,
I have a
next
mortal
five.
lock, Ryan. Are you ready for this mortal lock?
Yeah.
My mortal lock is over like 3.5 times a podcast that Ryan cuts off Peyton in the middle of a sentence when he's talking.
that's a good one.
That's my mortal lock.
You should have texted me about it on the side, Dante. We could have threw action.
Oh my god, dude! I would have taken the over at whatever line you said.
There's no line for that.
Bro,
There-
All right.
also
Anything?
the number one prospect and just started yapping over me when I started giving him an answer.
Yeah, I know. And it's only Peyton too. It's so funny because I'm looking at Peyton's screen because it changes, and all I hear is Ryan just yapping away, and just on the other one. He's like, yeah, Nick Taylor, best Canadian. And then he starts diving into it, and oh, hey, by the way, guys, do you know what I found?
Rory McIlroy.
He's plus 700 not to make the cut. I kind of like that.
I mean,
I
I
kinda like
kind of want to take it just to hate him.
Just to hate him. Yeah.
I think those are terrible odds. There's no way that he misses the cut one in every 7.
I think he's missed it once, if not twice, this year so far.
But I'm saying against this field, like it's a way worse field too.
Yeah, that is fair. Thigala's there.
Oh, I'm taking him to win it.
He's
winning.
plus. I think he's one of the ones that are plus 3,000 first round. So he's probably like plus 15, 17 to win.
I like it.
Dude, I'm saying though, Nick Taylor at plus 750 to be the highest finishing Canadian, I feel like is just too easy.
Is Corey Connors in it?
Don't know.
No, it's that Adam guy.
I like
yeah.
Silverman. I like Silverman if he's in it.
All right, there might be more Canadian golfers than I thought. I like Nick Taylor to defend the crown and be the best Canadian at least. I don't know about win the whole thing, but
I got nothing else.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. Well, that wraps it up for us. Peyton?
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
folks.
I think it was a good podcast.
But you're not gonna have
Keep it
any-
twisted.
You're not gonna have any teeth in your skull the next time I see you. You're gonna be
Are you
choking.
gonna
On.
suck them out with your mouth?
No, he's gonna be choking on from this fist. All right, keep it twisted.
See y'all next.